Lesson 3.2 Subtraction of Polynomials. In this lesson, we will learn how to subtract polynomials. So let us have an example. We're asked to subtract 8m squared plus 6m minus 4 from m plus 3m squared plus 10. So first of all, what we will do is to translate. So the word subtract means minus. And then we have our first polynomial here, 8m squared plus 6m minus 4. But the word after it is from. So when this one happens, that the formatting would be subtract blank from blank, it means that you need to write 8m squared plus 6m minus 4 after the minus. And m plus 3m squared plus 10 must be before the minus. Okay, what will we do next? So make sure that each of our polynomials is written in standard form. So if you look at this, m, okay, the degree here is 1, degree here is 2, degree here is 0. So that means it's not yet in order, so you still have to rearrange them in descending order based from the degree. So 3m squared comes first, then plus, the next one would be m, and then finally the 10. Now, check the second polynomial. The degree here is 2, degree here is 1, degree here is 0. So it's already in descending order, therefore it's already in standard form. So no need to change anything. Since this is a minus, similar to what we're doing before, we have to change the subtraction into addition, but we need to get the opposite sign of what is after it. So the first polynomial, nothing will change, but the minus in here becomes a plus. But since this is a group, we need to get the opposite sign of each term. So this is the common mistake of others, no? They will only change the first term, but not anymore the second and the third. So as I said, they belong in one group. That means all of them, you have to get its opposite. So from positive 8m, it will become negative 8m squared. From positive 6m, becomes negative. And from negative into positive. And as you can see, this is already adding polynomials. So it's up to you whether you do vertical or horizontal. In my case, I will do vertical. So copy 3m squared plus m plus 10. Then in our second polynomial, starting from our first term, that's negative 8m squared, it should be aligned here because they have the same literal coefficient. So these are like terms or similar terms. Next term is negative 6m. And they have the same literal coefficient here. So we put it below here. Then finally, plus 4, it's a constant term, similar to 10. 10 is also a constant term. Therefore, you can combine them. Then you just have to add 3 plus negative 8 is negative 5. Then copy m squared. Here, there's an imaginary 1 there. So 1 plus negative 6. So it will result to negative 5m. Then 10 plus 4 is 14. So this is now our final answer. Let's have example 2. Subtract 12y squared minus 16 plus 3y cubed from 8y plus 6y squared plus y cubed plus 10. So in our first polynomial, we have 12y squared minus 16 plus 3y cubed. We have to write it in standard form, so we check the degree. This is degree of 2, degree of 0, degree of 3. So it's not in descending order. So that means 3y cubed comes first. Afterwards would be 12y squared. And finally, minus 16. So this is our first polynomial. Our second polynomial, the given is 8y plus 6y squared plus y cubed plus 10. This is degree of 1, degree of 2, degree of 3, degree of 0. So it's not in order, so we need to arrange them. So this will become degree of 3 first, so y cubed. Next would be the term with degree of 2, so 6y squared. Then plus 8y, degree of 1. Then degree of 0 plus 10. And then this is the perfect time for you to translate. Subtract blank from blank. So there's a word blank again. That means that the 12y squared minus 16 plus 3y cubed, which is now 3y cubed plus 12y squared minus 16, should be here on the right side of our minus. So 3y cubed plus 12y squared minus 16. Then this one, 8y plus 6y squared plus y cubed plus 10, which is now y cubed plus 6y squared plus 8y plus 10, should be here on the left side of our minus sign. Plus 10. Now, this is subtraction. So that means you just copy the first polynomial. And then the minus becomes a plus. Then we get the opposite of each terms here in our second of this polynomial. So from positive 3y cubed, that will become negative 3y cubed. From positive 12y squared becomes negative 12y squared. Negative 16 becomes positive 16. Then use vertical method. So y cubed plus 6y squared. Just copy the first one, this one. Then afterwards, align the like terms. So negative 3y cubed should be below here. Minus 12y squared should be below here, because they have the same literal coefficient y squared. And then 16 should be below here with 10. Then we just add. There's an imaginary 1 in here. So this is 1 plus negative 3. So negative 2 y cubed. Just copy. 6 plus negative 12. So this is negative 12 y squared. There's a missing term here, so no like term, so just bring it down. Then 10 plus 16 is 26. So this is our final answer. Now, just a learning tip for you. Instead of rewriting polynomials, we may just change signs above the old ones. So if you really want to use only vertical method. So it's like saying, this is the given y cubed plus 6y squared plus 8y plus 10. Then the operation is minus, right? So minus, the exact given is 3y cubed plus 12y squared minus 16. So instead of making a new one, so we just enclose it in a parenthesis that, to give a sign, for you to remember that you change minus to a plus. So you put the plus now on top. Then you need to get the opposite sign of each terms here in the lower portion. So from positive, enclose it in parentheses, it becomes negative. From positive, enclose it in parentheses, negative. Then from here, negative, change it to plus. And then you add. So this is 1 plus negative 3. So negative 2. 6 plus negative 12 is negative 6y squared. Bring down 8y. Then 10 plus 16, because this is positive 16 now. So plus 26. So if you notice, our answer from the previous one is just the same as our answer now. Okay, let's continue with our third example. So this time, there are two operations involved, subtract and sum. So subtract 7x squared minus 5x minus 3 from the sum of 4x plus 5 and 6x squared minus 10x plus 3. So how do we translate this? So first, there's a word subtract. So you put subtract here. Subtract 7x squared minus 5x minus 3 from. Because there's a word from, that means you put this polynomial on the right side of our minus. So 7x squared minus 5x minus 3. Then, after reading this, it says that from the sum of. So meaning, you have to add. Add something on the left side of the minus. So what will you add? So 4x plus 5 and 6x squared minus 10x plus 3. Okay? So I repeat, subtract 7x squared minus 5x minus 3. Then you go to the left from the sum. So you need to enclose it because this is a new operation. Enclose it in parentheses. Sum of 4x plus 5 and 6x squared minus 10x plus 3. So, first, you need to combine like terms here in our first group. So 4x plus minus 10x are like terms. So that's 4 minus 10x. 5 and 3 are like terms. So parenthesis as well. Then plus 6x squared doesn't have a like term. So remain as it is. Then 4 minus 10 is negative 6x. 5 plus 3, we forgot to put an x here. There's no x pala. So 5 plus 3 is 8, then 6x squared. Then afterwards, we have to arrange it in standard form. So, if you notice, this is degree of 1, degree of 0, degree of 2. So we need to rearrange that. So that will become 6x squared comes first, minus 6x afterwards, plus 8. So now, we need to change minus to plus. So this will become, nothing will change here, but minus becomes plus, but we need to get the opposite sign here. So from positive 7x squared, it will become negative 7x squared. From negative 5x to positive 5x. From negative 3 to positive 3. Then we add. So it's up to you whether horizontal or vertical. In my end, I will use vertical. So just copy 6x squared minus 6x plus 8. Then, first term of our polynomial here is negative 7x squared. So these are like terms with this, so we need to align them. 5x, so that's positive 5x. These are like terms because they have the same literal coefficient, x. 3 is just a constant term similar to 8. So we put it here below. So for our final answer, that would just be 6 plus negative 7, different signs, so subtract. That would be 1, but no need to write 1 but the answer would be negative because 7 is greater than a 6. So we follow the sign of 7, which is negative. So negative x squared, negative 6 plus 5, they have different signs again. So subtract 6 minus 5 is just 1, but no need to write 1. But negative 6x is greater than 5 in terms of absolute value. So we copy the sign negative. So negative x. 8 plus 3 is 11. So positive 11. So therefore, this is our final answer. Okay, let's have the last example for our lesson. What must be added to x cubed minus 2x plus 5 to get 2x cubed plus x squared minus 3? So if we will try to translate this, it's like having the given is x cubed minus 2x plus 5, and we're asked what should be added so that the result would be 2x cubed plus x squared minus 3. Okay, so similar in our basic math. So when the given, let's say for example, what should be added to what should be added to 5 so that you will get 8? So what we need to do is to subtract the result minus the 5 in here. So 8 minus 5, this question mark must be 3. So same thing here. To get the question mark or the unknown polynomial, we just have to consider our result minus our first polynomial in here. But don't forget to enclose it in a parenthesis because they belong in one group. So result minus our first polynomial. So let's do this. Copy our 2x. I forgot. This is a minus. So that means that we need to change the minus to a plus and then get the opposite of each term. So from positive x cubed, negative x cubed. From negative 2x to positive 2x. From positive 5 to negative 5. Now, by the way, this is already in standard form, so no need to rearrange them. So in my end, I will be using vertical method. So 2x cubed plus x squared minus 3. Then we align the like terms. So negative x cubed here plus 2x. So um, if you notice, there's no 2x in here. Diba? Walang term na may x sa ating first na polynomial. Sa ating 2x cubed plus x squared minus 3. So, saan natin nilalagay si 2x? So, ibig sabihin nun, itong minus 3, meron pa dapat 2x dito sa gitna. Kasi, this is degree of 3, degree of 2, this is degree of 0. So, wala tayong degree of 1, which is ito. So, we just have to leave it blank and then put 2x here. Kasi walang may x sa ating polynomial dito. And then, ito, leave blank lang. Kasi naman, walang term na may x squared dito. So, leave it blank. Then, finally, this is a constant term. So, minus 5. So, mag-a-add na tayo. 2 plus negative 1 is just 1 x cubed. No need to write 1. X squared plus 2x. Negative 3 plus negative 5, negative 8. So, this is now our final answer.